Arise and touch the nations. Arise and change the nations. You will rise. You will rise.
Shalom, shalom, dear light fires. This is Rian, and the title for today is Your Offline Strength is an Online Blessing. The word offline describes a state of disconnection from a network, primarily the internet or a computer system. It means an activity or service is not available for communication, out of operation, or existence. The other day, I was reading my Bible, and in Matthew and Mark, we see the disciples walking with Jesus. Along the way, Jesus is healing the sick. He is feeding those who are hungry and freeing those who are bound. But during it all, he took time to go offline. Offline for communication with the disciples and with the people, but online for communication with God. After Jesus fed the 5,000 people, the word says that he made his disciples go ahead of him across the lake and send the people away. After his goodbye, he went up on a hill and prayed. And by evening, the disciples' boat was in the middle of the lake. But somehow, somewhere between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., he reached them by walking on the water. Even before he was taken into captivity, we see him going out to pray, asking the Father to take the cup of suffering away from him, but surrendering by saying, "Not my will, but let your will be done." Jesus took the time to leave, and by going offline, he regained the strength he needed for the rest of his ministry and his journey. Our offline experience can feel discouraging, especially since the world lays so many demands on us, telling us what to do, how we should do it, and at what particular time. But everything we do for others can delay the growth of our own lives. By frequently taking the time for ourselves and giving our availability to God instead of the world, we prevent disconnecting from the voice that is so much more important and so much more valuable than any other voice. Going away doesn't necessarily mean you can't be visible. Even Jesus once went into a house wanting no one to know where he was, and still he knew he couldn't be hidden. We can read that in Mark chapter 7, verse 24. It is knowing that when you're offline, your online life becomes blessed. And just as Jesus went offline to find strength in prayer, we too can echo the same words. Today we're going to reflect on Psalms chapter 61, verse 1 to 3, that says, "Hear my cry, O God. Listen to my prayer. In despair and far from home, I call to you. Take me to a safe refuge, for you are my protector, my strong defense against my enemies." Jesus went offline to pray and to strengthen himself. And that strength showed us that his online ministry into healing and praying and teaching and serving only grew stronger. And we too can experience the same blessing by frequently going offline, regaining our strength, either by praying, fasting, worshiping, just drawing close to God so that He can flourish our online presence. Thank you so much for joining me today. I pray this message has encouraged you and blessed you. For now, shalom and shining life.